G'day and welcome to JoeJoeMoto. Today we've got our second Q&A.
Our first question here is from Murray Robertson. Fastest bike you've ridden, fastest you've been on a bike. Fastest bike I've ridden, toss up between the R1 and CBR 1000 RR. They're obviously crazy fast bikes. Fastest I've been on a bike, definitely on a closed circuit racetrack this was, and I think about 240 or 260, around about that sort of speed, but that was definitely on a closed circuit racetrack for sure.
Okay, so Bob the dealer asks, what made you choose the 300 two-stroke over a 450 four-stroke or something else? Look, honestly, you know, a mate was selling it. I had just finished with my WR250R. I wanted something a whole lot more powerful. I don't really know why I chose it. It was a bike that I've sort of wanted for a while. I think I just read a lot about it, watched a lot of videos, and just thought that looks like a cool, crazy, powerful bike. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay,
from CJ's Adventures here. I've got 57 subs in just over a year now. Do you have any tips, techniques on getting subscribers and views? Okay, kind of a tricky one to answer there, CJ. Look, honestly, I think the biggest thing is do it because you love it. Not for the subscribers, not for the views. It's what I tell everyone that asks those same sort of questions. You know, what makes you successful and whatever. I just do it because I love it. I really do enjoy it. Now, making your clips nice and short and interesting is the key, I think. You know, people have quite short attention spans. You don't want to make them bored. If you're proof watching it or editing or whatever, and you're getting bored watching the same old clip over and over again, then they're going to be exactly the same. So make sure it's fun and interesting to watch. And your thumbnail makes a big difference, as well as your title. So make it something that, you know, people are going to want to click on and watch.
Okay, our next question here is from It's RD Time. Love your stuff, mate. How often do you cut your hair? Lots. I've got to cut it again. What tyres should I buy? The round, black sort of coloured ones. Have you ever ridden a postie bike? Yes, I used to own a postie and it was awesome. It was an adventure postie. I'll have to show you guys that one. What's your favourite pizza? Meat lovers. How many pairs of shoes do you have? Probably 3 or 4. Yeah.
Moto Freaks ask, can you go to ride parks like Parklands or Glen Echo? Now, I have been to both of those places. Definitely there are videos in my channel there somewhere. They're cool places. However, I don't like to pay for things that I can go and do for free myself. I love going out in the bush and just exploring and finding my own stuff. So yeah, they're fun, and I've done most of the parks around this area, and I might do a couple more eventually, but it's not somewhere that I like to keep going back to.
351 asks, why are you so Australian? Well, look at where I am, mate. I live in the bush, mate. You know, throw another shrimp on the barbie, mate. All that sort of stuff. I'm just so Australian, mate.
Sighted Fujitsu asked if I lost a bet to wear the denim shorts. No, I did not. And I spoke about it at the end of the video there about being a squid with the filming. Same thing today. Look at how much of a squid I am today. You know, I've only got 10 minutes to film this, and then I've got to go out with the family, so that's why I was wearing the shorts.
Okay, so this one's from Aussie Butters. You're trapped on a desert island for a year, but you get to have a mermaid as a friend. Question, top half fish, bottom half human, or bottom half fish, top half human? Bottom half human, top half fish for sure. And now for his actual questions. What would you like to trade your GSX-R for? I'd really like not so much a super sport bike, but more a touring bike next time. We'll see how that goes. And what's it like living in a regional Queensland? Hot, dry, dusty, rainy, awesome, places to ride everywhere, nice and quiet, no crazy traffic, great.
And our next question comes from, it's not his real name. How many road crashes have you had? None. Not a single one. Touch wood. Not a single road crash. Question here from Forio Hooligan. If you had to choose to marry either It's RD Time or Katy Perry, how many kids would you and It's RD Time have, and what would you name them? Probably 3 kids, and Huey, Dewey and Louie would be their names. That would be great.
Keith Wong asks, do you skateboard? Andy Pandy Moto Vlogs asks, how many people am I subscribed to? Too many.
Finding the time to watch that many videos is just impossible. I am subscribed to way too many people, and I just don't have the time to watch all of those videos, especially when I'm doing these dailies.
Moto wants to know, when was the first time I did a big wheelie? Now, I've never actually done a big wheelie. It might look big to you because you're so small. But the first time I properly started doing wheelies was maybe 5 years ago on my WR250R. Just doing sort of little wheelies, not big ones. But yeah, a couple of years ago.
Costa asked, how many big crashes have you had apart from the one that I just had recently? One big other crash. It was in 2009 or so, doing the longest day ride, a massive ride, and I was out in the desert and had a big stack, and I broke some ribs and hurt my shoulder and stuff like that. So that's the only other major crash that I've had.
So the Fortnite crew asked, would you be keen to do collabs with other moto vloggers? Yes, I would, definitely. I'd love to do collabs with you, lots of other people. I've got some things in the pipe works for sure. There'll be lots of videos coming up with collabs coming up very soon, I'm sure.
Hey Moto asked, if I wanted another dirt bike but it couldn't be a KTM, what would it be? I'd probably get a Yamaha. It'd be like that Yamaha YZ250X, the two-stroke one, because you can get them new and they're pretty cool bikes, I think. Hyperride asks, have you ever sunk your KTM? No, I haven't sunk my KTM. Have you ever met a Canadian? I don't know, I'd say so. I really don't know. I'm sure that there's Canadians out there that I've met for sure. Jay Moss would like to know, how do I handle my wife's reaction to my crashes? Look, my wife is super supportive, even when I've had a crash, even when I come home all bruised up and broken legged and whatever else. She still supports me. Everyone always asks, oh wow, so your wife must be wanting to get rid of that bike now. No, she doesn't, because she loves me and she supports me and she knows that motorbikes are my everything.
Another huge set of questions here from Resolved Cash Zero. Are you still riding the golden tire on the back? Yeah, I am. It's still kicking along pretty well. Do you recommend a KTM 300 EXC? Depends on the rider. If you're really good, yes. If you're a novice, definitely not. Moving to the north side, any friends down there? I'm up north. Any chance I could tag along on a ride one? Any chance I could tag along a ride one day in the future? Definitely, for sure. If you're going to choose a new enduro bike in the future, what would you get if you had the money? If I was to get a new enduro bike, it'd be the new KTM 300 EXC, without a doubt. How often do you service your bike and do air filters? Not enough. I try and change the gearbox oil, I don't know, every 4 or 5 rides. Air filters every couple of rides, but I need to do it way more. I'm terrible with that stuff. Cool.
Mr. Oz Adventure asks, if I could have a different bike, something totally different to what I normally own, what would it be? I'd have to say it'd be like one of those Honda Q50 monkey bike things. I've always wanted one of those bikes, but I've just got no use for it. My commute to work is huge, and there's nowhere to sort of ride it around here, so it'll be a bit of a waste.
Tanker Man wanted to know my bank account details. Good try.
No Clue Blue wants to know, when did I know it was time to upgrade my bike and when should he upgrade? Look, you just sort of know, you're sort of riding above the limits of the bike that you're on. I was on a WR250R out doing kind of hard enduro stuff and it was just too heavy, too underpowered. Having said that, Mr. Ben's still on his and he does everything that we can do, that's for sure. So it's not always about the bike. And his other question, 250cc versus 450cc, does it any better or does it just get you into trouble quicker? Ugh. For a new rider, it definitely gets you into trouble quicker going a 450. I'd be sticking to a 250, that's for sure. Apart from that, I mean, the extra power does help, especially if you're a more advanced rider. Curiosity here asks, what software do you use to edit? It's Cyberlink Powerdirector. I'm up to version 14. I've used it for years. It's nice and easy to use. It does everything that I need it to do. And I've tried some other ones and it's just like I'm too old to learn. So I'm just sticking with Cyberlink Powerdirector at the moment.
Okay, our final question here is from Zach.75. If you could pick one 2017 dirt bike, what would it be and what would be the first major upgrade you would do to it? I would say it'd be a 2017 KTM 300 EXC. I think I say that every time when someone asks what bike I want. And the first major upgrade I'd do to it would probably be a flywheel weight. I think that makes an absolutely huge difference to any enduro bike, especially motocross bikes that you're trying to enduro. So yeah, flywheel weight would be my first major upgrade. Thanks so much for watching my Q&A today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it today. It was really enjoyable. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about my answers. If there's something else that you wanted to know, I didn't answer it properly or whatever, just let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It'll be around on the screen somewhere or a little bit later on. I don't know, it'll be there somewhere. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up and I'll see you tomorrow.
What do you guys think of yesterday's wheelie video? Man, it took some time editing that. That was crazy hard. Anyway, I really had fun doing it. I really need to practice more wheelies, obviously. I forgot to put the time lapse in of me just doing the wheelies up and down, so that's going to be at the end of this video. Enjoy that.
G'day and welcome to JoeJoeMoto. Today I A your cues. That sounds really rude. I don't think that's a good intro. The bugs are back again. They've seen the yellow can of spray. They fly away when they see the spray. Oh. Where is it? There it is. Got him! Got him!